Hello guys, and welcome to this video where I will show you a Hotlap around Zandvoort, then the setup I use, and finally the race strategy. So let's jump right into the Hotlap. Get the DRS on for the main straight, and then coming down to turn 1 you want to brake just before the 50 meter board around 60 meters, then going down to second or third around the corner. When you're getting to the inside curve, that is where you want to put the throttle down, and then as soon as the car is straight, just full throttle from there. Then when this curve ends, you start braking for turn 2, going down to 5th and have around 75% throttle around the corner. Then for turn 3 you start braking as your steering wheel is straight and you start turning in. Then going down to 2nd or 3rd and really try to push that throttle as you'll gain so much time if you have a great exit speed. Then just full throttle down these corners and up the hill you'll get to turn 7 where you want to brake just as you start turning in. I like to go down to 5th and then quickly up to 6th gear again. For turn 8 you want to brake before the 50 meter board around 60 meters or as you start turning in. Going down to 6th gear, then straight down to turn 9 where you brake at around 75 meters. Going down to 3rd, and before you hit the apex you want to put the throttle at around 50%. At turn 10 you want to brake as the ambulance back door goes out of view. Going down to 2nd or 3rd and then again try to push the throttle here so you gain a lot of speed going into the DRS zone. So remember the DRS and then down to turn 11. At turn 11 you want to brake just as the curve begins, going down to 2nd or 3rd. You can go a bit over the curb and then for turn 12 brake again when the curve begins. Either staying in 3rd or go down to 2nd to get some more rotation. Then just full speed down to the final corners where at turn 13 you want to brake just after the 50 meter board, going down in 4th gear, short shifting to 5th and then just full throttle through the last corner. Get the DRS on for the last straight, and then that was a lap around Zandvoort in the time 1:10.019. So a decent time for this track, but we still had some time to gain around here. But let's move on to the most stable setup I've made for you guys. For the aerodynamics we used 44 on the front and 40 on the rear. For transmission it was 57 and 50. Geometry was all the way to the right for camber and all the way to the left for tow. Suspension was 4-1, then 3-1 for entry roll bar and 6-4 for ride height. Brakes were 150, and then the front tires were 23.5 while the rears were 23.0. So that was the setup, and then let's jump right into the race strategy. So the strategy for this race is gonna be medium hards, and you should put around 38.0 laps of fuel as you are using so much fuel around this track. Of course this was with my racing style, so if yours is very different then change the fuel so it fits you. But change the tire pressure to 22.8 on the fronts and 21.0 on the rears. And then off to the race we go. So get some heat into the tires and then hit the purple. We started P2 on the mediums, but homeboy Verstappen was in front with the softer tires, so it's gonna be a rough one. We had a great launch where we stayed in the position, but Verstappen on the soft was just way quicker, also around the corners. Then I just wanted to show you guys a lap with the mediums and with high fuel, where you also have the opportunity to see the tire temperatures. In turn 1 you want to brake just a tiny bit before in the hot lap, around 65 to 70 meters out, going down to 3rd. Then around these corners do the same as in the hot lap, so just brake before going into turn 2, staying in 5th. And then for turn 3 you want to brake when the steering wheel is straight. Going down to 2nd, short shifting to 3rd, and then push that throttle. Then just full throttle around here. And coming up to turn 7, brake as you start turning in, going down to 6th gear. And then the same for turn 8, brake as you start turning in, but go down to 5th gear. For turn 9, brake at around 75-80 meters out, going down to 3rd, so just in the hot lap. Turn 10 can be a bit tricky sometimes to get right, but try to do as in the hot lap, going down to 3rd and then just full throttle coming out of the corner. The last corners are just the same as in the hot lap, so I'll let you enjoy the rest of the lap. But coming over the line with the fastest lap in the time 1:13.844, so 3/10 faster than Verstappen. Our tire wear was around 8%, so around 3 to 4% wear each lap. A normal lap time on the mediums should be around 1:14.7ish. At the end of lap 16 you have around 55% tire wear, so go into the pits. Coming into the pits you want to brake around 95 meters so you don't exceed the pit limit. Make sure to turn in when it shows 0.5 to hit the purple, getting the hards on, and then remember coming out the pits the tire's gonna be cold. So just brake before usual until they're up to temperature. Then after 2 laps we have around 5% tire wear, so it is around 2 to 3% each lap on the hards. On a normal lap on the hards you want to have a time around 1:14.4 ish. Then at the end of last lap we were P2 with Verstappen dominating, but we underfueled the car so we didn't have a chance to fight him. As you can see, our fuel load was plus 0.03 laps, but this was with so much fuel management, so use what I said in the beginning of the race. Our tires were around 53%, so that was great. So if you want to challenge yourself, you can do as Verstappen and do soft hards, but be careful about the wear. And then that was it from me. If you want more of this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.